Week 3 of Moments with Scott and Alex. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm tired. I'm back.
Where'd you go?
Savannah.
Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
Just for the weekend?
Yeah. Friday. Got there at like 2. And then came back last night.
Yeah, I mean, the picture you sent me looked like it was straight off Southern Charm.
It was really pretty.
It looked pretty.
So we randomly picked it. That was the thing. So Josh wants to go away every month. Just random places.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to use, the deal is you have to use points for flying.
Okay.
And then like a Marriott because we could get discounted rates to like a family friend. So I was like, let's go to Savannah. I've never been. And we went and I had no idea. Anywhere you go, they ask you, do you want your drink to go? I'm like, wait, what? I thought it was just the hotel. The entire town's that way.
Really?
I had no idea. It's a thing. Apparently, the entire town of Savannah, you can get to-go drinks, and people are just walking around anywhere with a drink in their hand.
Interesting.
It's a small town. It's really cool, though.
So, like, is the Georgia Peach a thing there, or is that just like a...
Not really.
Okay.
Not there.
All right.
Yeah.
But
it's tiring.
I've never been there, so...
Either do we, but we did 9 miles of walking Saturday.
Wow.
I know.
Here you go.
I recommend it. It's pretty.
Okay.
For like 2 days. Then
I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
Lot of
that's
art.
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What'd you do?
Very relaxing weekend. Kara, my girlfriend, went to Charlotte to see one of her best friends. So
Nice.
I just had the dogs.
You're a dog dad too.
I was a dog dad this weekend, and I played one round of golf.
Okay.
Not great, but that's what I did.
That sounds relaxing.
It was very relaxing. I watched a very cool movie that I haven't seen before
Okay.
called The Covenant. It's a Guy Ritchie movie. If any of you guys know Guy Ritchie,
I haven't seen that
he's
preview.
done Snatch,
Yeah.
Rock and Roll, all these fantastic
stuff.
movies, all the cool movies, English gangster movies. But this one in particular had Jake Gyllenhaal, and it was military vibes. So I was like,
Where are we gonna go with this?
where's it going?
Okay.
Amazing.
Really?
Yes.
We watched.
Very good.
What is that movie? Then Mark Wahlberg, and he's on a plane.
The plane is called like Flight Plan or something
Flight
like that.
Risk.
Flight Risk, where he's got he's bald
They
and
must
like.
have had the cheapest budget. Did you watch it?
No, but I feel like Mark Wahlberg's like the new Nicolas Cage. He just kind of does everything. You know what I
Love
mean?
him. I'm not hating on him by any means.
No,
okay.
you
The
know.
entire movie is just in this cockpit, basically.
Okay.
It is like a green screen. The entire. I'm like thinking like, literally, this probably took a couple weeks to film. That was it. It's just a weird, creepy movie.
And he is creepy,
He's
right?
so creepy. Like he plays really good character in it,
Yeah.
but it's really boring because it just the background never changes.
Okay. Yeah, there's
So
a
you're
couple
kind of
movies
like, where are we
that.
going with this? And then
Mhm.
she lands the plane, and then it's cool.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was not worth the $20 to rent it.
There was a movie with Ryan Reynolds called Buried, where he's in a casket the entire movie. Very
That sounds
claustrophobic.
really cheap,
If you're
too.
claustrophobic, don't do that. Yeah, the
Okay.
budget was probably super cheap, but
Okay,
the whole movie's filmed with him
in the casket.
in the casket, buried alive.
That sounds really boring.
So, I get it. But yeah, I saw the preview for that, and I was just very intrigued in a bad way.
Yeah,
You
you got to see it just to see it.
Okay.
One of those.
Alright.
Well, since it's moments, what was your moment of the week?
My moment of the week. Do you want to do highs and lows, or are we going to go into moments?
We know highs and lows, but before you do, I feel like this was last week feels like a month ago. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
When you say it like that, yeah, I
Right?
guess I could. It feels
It
that
felt-
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
But what was your high last week then?
The high last week, and I know we don't want to be real estate related, but I had my second highest transaction on the team
Yeah.
with a family who we lost out on a couple houses
Yes.
before.
Yes.
And they were scrambling. They needed to get out where they were. And we got them a house in
They love
Northwest
it?
DC, and they love it. It was
The addition
really,
looks nice.
it was very cool to see. And yeah, it was
Yay.
great. It was great. They were very happy. Glad we got it done.
Yay.
So that was a big high. for
That's
me.
good.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
really have a high from last week.
No?
I don't know. Just trying to think. Last week was kind of easy
Okay.
in the sense of I got to go to a bunch of yoga classes. So I think that was a high. How about that? I was
Okay.
happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, staying consistent with the exercise. and
Yeah, I
yoga.
got to stretch, which I really, really needed.
Mhm.
Which then I guess transfers my low. My low was I don't know. So I run. I had a side stitch, which is it's like a tear between the ribs, like the muscle between the ribs.
Okay.
I have 3 of them from running. So like everything hurt, breathing hurt, eating hurt, everything
This is a
hurt.
result of continuously
No,
running.
this was the result of the 750 mile I ran 2 weeks ago. And it was like
Oh.
shallow breathing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Feels like you pulled a muscle or something like that?
It did.
Okay.
So I went to a lot of yoga classes to try to like stretch this, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, it makes
So I
sense.
feel better now. But yeah,
I
it was my high and low at the same time.
I had a funny low. Funny low. So from the first episode, I think we talked about my insulation journey, right? And
Yeah.
like the HVAC.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we finally got the HVAC and water heater replaced at my house, but the crawl space underneath needed to be spray foamed insulated, so they had to schedule that for a later date.
Yeah.
The house next door to mine is a brand new construction, right? So it's still not done, and
Okay.
they just put up siding, so it looks like the home is in need of work. So a truck pulls up, and guys start going into the house next door, and we're like, okay, well, they're just working on the house next door. And
Did you just pay for the other house?
the guys who were supposed to do our crawl space went into the house next door and started doing work. And finally, Kara, I was out, and Kara finally caught on to it and was like, they were supposed to be here. And the sales guy who helped us was like, oh my God, they're at the wrong house. So that was funny. Funny and terrible at the same time. It got worked out.
I have a handful of follow-up questions. Hold on. 1, did they give you a discount then for this whole disaster?
No.
Okay. 2, how did the people next door, like, did they call the builder or something? Be like, hey, by the way,
I'm
like,
friends with the GC now. So
you have extra insulation that you probably didn't want to be.
right. So it was kind of like, well, we kind of just added a bonus to you, but no, when you're a GC, you probably don't want anybody touching your work. It's like, somebody.
Everything requires a permit. Everything.
Right. So I called him. The owner called me. I'm at settlement, by the way, in Washington, D.C., getting texts and phone calls being like, call me now, what's going on? Oh my God. Because I texted him before. I was like, hey man, like you need to know, like guys went in there. I was giving him a heads up, right? The right thing to do. So everybody's freaking out. I finally talked to the owner and she was like, listen, I'm sure it's fine. And I went over there and they just moved the vapor barrier underneath. They didn't spray anything. So they had just started to get ready to do it, and they didn't do it.
That's
and
why you need to double check the address before you just waltz on
it's funny
into a
because
house.
they're both
like,
printed on both houses
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
street.
But
You would
wouldn't-
think, but
someone double check paperwork.
mhm.
We've had that in our neighborhood, not like that, but like where people get their windows washed in the neighborhood.
Mhm.
And I see it a handful of times. Some people have their windows washed because they went to the wrong house. I really want that to happen.
See, that's
to
like
me,
a
though.
good problem.
Like, I want that
That's
to
like a
happen to
good,
me.
funny
Yeah,
problem
it
to
is.
have.
Exactly.
But we talked to Kara's dad, and Kara's dad was like, it happens often.
That's
There
really
was one
funny.
time somebody removed the wrong roof from a house next door.
So they got a new roof for free?
I didn't,
Ooh.
probably, yeah.
Ooh.
What do you do?
Ooh. Sorry, there's a goose out there. I'm looking out the window. Well, that's really funny.
So that was a funny low that was stressful, but it's taken care of now. We probably should ask for a discount because they just removed everything out of the crawl space of my house and left it at my house when they were supposed to take it. But we got a good deal. We got the energy audit credit, so
You're fine there.
it
It's all
was good. And then I also got hurt in hockey. I don't know if anybody can see that, but that's a pretty bad bruise.
Puck?
No, I ran into the goal with my arm, and then it flung me back into the boards. It was a
You
crazy.
forgot how to stop?
I lost an edge. No, I didn't forget how to stop. I just lost an edge.
Okay.
I'm 37. Now I'm not 22 anymore, or 16 playing
Bounce
hockey, but-
back.
Yes. So, pretty eventful week, actually.
sounds
now,
like it.
Now that I'm
Yeah.
regurgitating it, it was pretty eventful.
What was your moment then?
My moment
Yeah.
was, I don't know. What is your moment? Let me think about it.
Going to Savannah. It was just
Going to
really
Savannah?
nice. Yeah. It was
Okay.
really fun. Just the two of
Was it
us.
relaxing? Did
So
you stay at did you stay at like a boutique hotel?
No,
or
we just stayed. So Marriott has
right.
like
Okay.
3 different hotels on the Riverside, and it's one hotel it's one brand but 3 hotels.
Okay.
It's like JW and then like regular Marriott and whatever. It was a really cool hotel. They had like crystals and rocks, but like on a scale taller than this ceiling right here. It was amazing. Then they had like dinosaur bones. Weird things.
Dinosaur
It was really
bones.
cool. Really cool things.
Okay.
But it was just nice to get away
Yeah.
with Josh and not have to walk the dogs, not have to like be on a schedule, and just to do something that's very different.
Okay. No, I respect that.
And just walk around and like get to explore a new area and have
Yeah.
fun. And you don't know anyone. That's the best, is when you go somewhere you don't know anyone.
Yeah. I love that.
Like, that's my moment of the week.
I'll say mine was just the opposite. So like
Okay.
I'm sure yours was relaxing, but mine was extra relaxing because usually on the weekends we have like work stuff, open houses,
always
right?
have everything.
Showings,
Yes.
like whatever, dinners. I did absolutely nothing.
You had a DDD, a dog dad duty weekend, a DDDW.
Yes. Dog daddy weekend.
I'm going to get you a hat as a dog daddy.
And I was glued to the couch Friday and Saturday night.
Oh,
I mean, I had stuff
that
to do
is
in the morning,
best.
but
It's the
yeah.
best reset.
ran. Yeah,
Right?
it was a good reset. I'm ready to get at it this week.
Did you have that moment where you're like, should I get out of my pajamas and put on my sweatpants, my daytime sweatpants? I love those weekends.
I like had regular clothes on during
Yeah.
the day just to do things in, right?
Okay.
And then straight to the sweats,
Yeah, that's the best.
and then to the couch. So,
I like that.
yeah, it was pretty easy, pretty relaxing.
You need
That
those.
was my moment.
I really think everyone needs those. Well,
Yeah,
That's a good moment.
yeah,
We had relaxing We had relaxing moments in different ways.
yeah.
I
You had a
just chose to
getaway.
go
I had
away.
a stay away,
Yes.
staycation. You had a vacation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like we can add in a fun fact I learned really quick about Savannah,
Okay.
and then we'll get to song. We had no idea that Savannah, when we went to a restaurant, we thought it was just at the Marriott. They're like, would you like your drink to go? And I'm like, sure. Like, whatever. Then we go to like another restaurant the next day, and we're like in town, and they're like, do you want your drink to go? I'm like, what? It's like, what are you talking about? They're like, the entire town of Savannah, no matter where you are, you can walk around with a drink.
So like open container or
This, if it was a clear cup, yes, open container, no lid, nothing, just. Mm-hmm.
so is
Mhm.
everybody in like a great mood all the time, or
Mm-hmm. Everyone's the friendliest.
yeah, everybody's
so
saying
nice.
hi.
But everyone's
Southern
skinny.
Southern hospitality.
That was the thing, because
Really?
you walk everywhere. There's no point to like really drive anywhere. I've never like there really wasn't traffic or anything, so people walk everywhere. It's like students. It's cool. It's very artsy, and then like in their park, everyone it's dog friendly. Every restaurant you
Okay.
can have a dog inside.
Really?
Everywhere I went.
That's cool.
really cool. I was like, oh, there's a dog inside. And then I met like service dogs, and we're like, oh, they're service dogs. And one guy was like, no, my dog's afraid of just being out, so therefore it's in service. I was like, where the fuck are we? But okay. So yeah, they have an open container policy.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I mean, listen,
It
it is
works.
what it is. It's
They don't need
it's
to
definitely a
drive anywhere.
destination that people say to go to, you know, in America at least. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, I'm happy for you guys. Sounds
Thank
like a
you.
very cool trip.
Thank you.
Should we talk about how I also feel like I'm one of the sons in Home Improvement with this like super 90s outfit?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah, Jonathan
You're
Taylor
JTT?
Thomas, JTT.
We have a lot of abbreviations
those,
today.
like-
We have DDDW and JTT.
And like those magazines that you would see at like CBS with them on the cover.
the Heartthrob magazine.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, tell me, is this not like,
Wait,
whitewash
Wait,
jeans
I
with.
have a video idea now for a listing video. So we're
Really?
we're gonna have to figure
Okay.
that out. We'll save
All
it
right,
for
so
later.
I'm
do.
digging it though.
You
I'm
do.
digging the fit.
Mm-hmm. But now that I see it,
Yeah.
yeah, you do. And I'm in Astros stuff. Fantastic. We're very opposite today.
Yes, we are.
What was your song?
So my song is "Rock Your Body" by Justin Timberlake.
You're in a JT mood. Okay.
So that song, no matter what situation I'm in,
Gets you going?
gets my body
Really?
going. It like has an automatic like
Oh.
pendulum through my body. Like it comes on.
Feel good.
Feel good.
Okay. The vibrations.
Yeah, like obviously JT was on top of the world at that time. Pharrell and the Neptunes with that beat was just insane. What year do you think that song came out?
2002.
2003.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. If I was playing Price is Right, I would have won. Yeah, because you have to be under.
22 years ago.
We were still in high school.
It's depressing to think about that.
We were at Wooten High School.
But it's still a jam. Like when it comes
Yeah.
on anywhere, wedding,
I
especially
love
at a
it.
wedding, I'm
Yeah.
like,
It gets you going.
yeah, it gets me going. So
like it.
that's it. What about yours?
I'm in a Chris Stapleton mood since
Okay.
last week. I don't know why.
I did Chris Stapleton real hard.
A song of his came on and I just listened to it over and over, and then I started listening to like his albums. I was actually listening on the way here. Starting Over. I think it's such a beautiful love song.
Okay, he's a fantastic guitar player.
It's
And his voice, obviously, his voice.
it's like how you were saying the vibration. It's like his song, his voice and everything just like kind of like vibrates through you, and it
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a beautiful, beautiful love song.
Very like soulful.
Yes.
Like I wouldn't even consider him. I know it's country, but like
He's
it's
really
almost like
not.
soulful
And, yeah, it is.
guitar playing
Yes.
gospel / rock,
Mhm.
right?
Everything
Like
he
that's
sings.
what it is, and
Yeah.
and I respect that on a big level. Which back to JT. Remember the first time people saw him was when they performed together at that. Did you remember that?
No.
Nobody really knew who Chris Stapleton was until they both performed on stage
Oh.
at. It might have been the CMT Awards. I don't know. Maybe you guys can help me. I don't know where it was, but they both were
Oh.
on stage together.
But that's how
What a
that's how it
coincidence.
is today. If you notice, if you go back to a lot of artists,
Yeah,
they were on stage with someone else.
yeah. And then they
Especially
get
like if you're on
noticed.
stage with Taylor Swift now.
Uh,
So anyway, well, anything else? Do you have a fun fact?
a fun fact.
Yeah. As we
Um,
ramble on here.
The Caps clinched the playoffs. They're already in, so I'm happy about
That's a fun
that.
fact.
They're technically the best team in the league. I don't want them to be the best team in the league because I think that's a jinx, but they did that over the weekend.
Okay.
That's kind of it. Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I'm going to Florida next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warm weather.
Warm weather.
Hey. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this week.
So am I. So am I. A lot of good things happening. We will
Opening season for so many people. For
Oh,
so many teams. It's opening
yes.
season this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is Orioles this week? I know you probably don't
Mhm.
care. Okay,
Mhm.
Chong cares.
I think they're home. Their first game's home. Like their opening season is actually at home. You know, how some people are away first. Their first game.
Yeah.
They're home. So
Okay.
yeah.
Baseball season starting. So if you are a baseball fan, get ready. Playoffs for NHL are coming up, which I'm ecstatic about. The March Madness tournament's on right now. So if you care,
There's a lot going on.
A lot going on right now. Yeah.
I love it.
So,
So we'll have a lot more to talk about.
yes,
next
we
week.
will.
All right,
Yes,
you
we will.
guys.
Awesome.
Peace out. And again, this is Moment.